What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. Now, this will be the final installment in my 4-part series for the Knicks and Cavs playoff preview. And heading into their final matchup, we all know that Julius Randle was out with that ankle injury, and for the Cavs, Okoro was out and no Jarrett Allen for the Cavs. So these teams never pretty much went head-to-head with their full roster, which is going to be interesting going into the playoffs, especially to see if Randle comes back. This will be the first time that we'll see both these teams post-trade deadline, because that does matter. There's no Kevin Love, there's no Josh Hart, but post-trade deadline of having their full rosters in effect. So it's almost going to be like a brand new series. But once again, in this fourth and final matchup, the Knicks bench outdid the Cavs bench once again. And especially due to the fact that the Cavs have two 6'1" guards, the Knicks obviously were able to take advantage and completely dominated on the offensive board and dominating in second chance points. But at the end of the day, this matchup was all about the battle of the guards between Brunson and Donovan Mitchell as they both went off. But I'm not going to say no more. Let's just get to it.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
All right, so in this upcoming series, Jalen Brunson will be seeing a bunch of small forwards from the Cavs being thrown at him. So he's going to have to score on these lot bigger guys. So right here is Lamar Stevens. He's guarding Brunson. They're going to mix and match by throwing sometimes Caris LeVert at him. And depending on what's going on with Isaac Okoro, as right now his injury is causing a hole in the Cavs roster because they don't really have a guy to start at small forward. So they're kind of filling these guys in. He was supposed to be the main guy guarding Jalen Brunson in the upcoming series, but Jalen's going to see a lot more physical, a lot more bigger guys on him. Caris LeVert will be the second guy, and Raul Neto, that guard that they have off the bench. He's not really a scorer, but he's really physical. So these will be the guys that will be throwing on Jalen Brunson. And if Isaac Okoro comes back slightly healthy, I guess for about 20 to 25 minutes, they'll probably throw him at Brunson. But Brunson does a good job right here, shaking off the lot larger defender. Knicks are going to have to throw a bunch of screens to get some of these bigger guys off of Brunson. Brunson with the sexy footwork. And, you know, he's going to get cooking. But we got to throw more screens to try to get Donovan Mitchell on Brunson, so Brunson can end up cooking him instead. Because it seems like that's what the Cavs are avoiding here, just like the Knicks on the other end. They don't want Brunson guarding Donovan Mitchell. Now, one thing we could do to slow Donovan Mitchell down, especially in transition, as RJ just finished making a three, is not to be caught off guard and flat-footed. As you're going to see, Donovan Mitchell completely used RJ Barrett's momentum completely against him and quickly converts on a two. I mean, it even take like 4 seconds. They quickly scored on the other end. Let's take a look at that one more time. So RJ makes a three. Watch Mitchell come down the court. See RJ quickly makes a change. Let's look at that one more time. Look at RJ. He came down the court. He quickly spots Mitchell. He should just go a little more flat-footed. Just, you know, slowly approach that three-point line. This is what happens when Mitchell gets cooking from three-point range. Guys just quickly try to get here because they know he can go off anywhere around here. But he just completely uses RJ's momentum against him. Look at that. And they just got that bucket way too fast. All right, so right here we're gonna watch Josh Hart get through these screens to get to Mitchell. Woo! He got real skinny on that screen right there. Got real skinny. Battling. This is what we love to see as Knicks fans. Let's take a look at this one more time. The first screen right through Lopez. Fights through that first one. Right up here. Gets real skinny on the second one. And almost gets the strip on Mitchell. Ooh, Josh Hart relentless, boy. Let's get it. Stuff like that is going to make Mitchell tired through a 7-game series. Now let's look at Josh Hart right here as he's going to affect both of their top guards right here in just one play. as he's going to disrupt Garland's dribble while he goes into the lane. Watch, he's going to disrupt it, forcing Garland to put the ball way in front of him and take a weird dribble to avoid Hart's swipe. And then Garland, of course, is going to try to give up the ball. He's going to give up the rock. And then nice steal by Josh Hart. And then he draws the foul also on Donovan Mitchell. It's clearly Mitchell was kind of frustrated, but great defense by Josh Hart. Great defense. So the Cavs off the bench, they love to play Garland in that mix because that's how dry that offense is, right? But I'm happy that the Knicks got Josh Hart because he's going to take full advantage of Garland, because Garland is one of their weaker defenders, and he's going to straight up just bulldoze him right here. Especially when it comes to offensive rebounding, we completely out-rebound their guards. Completely drew the foul right on Garland. Okay, so once again, the Cavs bench all season has been struggling because they've been pretty much relying on Caris LeVert to be that guy to keep that bench in the game. But RJ Barrett right here is going to bail out Caris LeVert, as this spot up three-point shot is not his forte. And he's going to go right around RJ. RJ kind of bails him out. To me, in my personal opinion, I think we should continue letting him shoot these shots because that's not his thing. But RJ, as you're going to see right here, he bails him out, falls for the fake, and he's able to get an and one. But once again, the Cavs all season, the reason why their bench is bottom tier in scoring and in assists in any like major metric offensively, they're bottom 5 in everything, is because they're mainly relying on Caris LeVert in that bench unit to provide some sort of relief when Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland is getting rest. Now right here, shout out to Quickly. Great penetration on the larger defender on Lamar Stevenson. And look what his penetration, it gets Brunson wide open for the three-point shot. We're going to need more of that from Quick. Now Quickly off this rebound, he's going to start setting guys up. He's pushing the pace, and his penetration allows Brunson to get off a three-point shot. See, he doesn't stop his dribble like Alfred Payton normally did. But this is what he was doing in Dallas. He was penetrating, he was dishing in that first half. I don't know why he stopped in the second half, but we're going to definitely need more of this from Quick. Okay, so very interesting right here. Evan Mobley on the switch ended up on Jalen Brunson out here in the perimeter. Now, he's agile enough to get around and defend all over here. He could defend all of it. But my only thing is that there's clearly a mismatch. And I see Obi Toppin on Donovan Mitchell, 6'1". But is Obi... Is he good enough to quickly take advantage of this? Is his post-up game good? Can he completely body Donovan Mitchell? See, these are the only things that sometimes it limits Obi. On a switch like this, they should be able to, you know, make a quick entry pass, bounce pass, go around, make a bounce pass in here to take advantage of Donovan Mitchell at 6'1". But there's not an advantage really. See, he's waited out. Obi's still parked at the three-point line. This is my issue right here. Tibbs should be calling this out. Should definitely be calling out. But there's a mismatch with Hartenstein. But the thing is right here, Lamar Stevenson, he's strong enough to keep up with Hartenstein. He's like one of these bulldozing, same thing like Josh Hart. He's kind of like one of these bulldozing small forwards. But look how long Brunson's holding the ball. You know, now he finds Grimes open. Grimes is going to hit that three, but still, this clearly should have been a mismatch right here. Mitchell, you know, not a strong defender on Obi, but it's not. This is something interesting to look at. All right, so this battle down low between Mitch and Evan Mobley is going to be crazy. Mitch look fighting under fighting that box out. Look at Mitch, great rebound over Evan Mobley. We know Mitch is like a pogo stick, but look at Mobley, man. Mobley's 6'11". Getting in there. Woo! Mitch going up against him one more time. Ooh! Able to draw a little foul, but Evan Mobley, man, I'm telling you, that reach he got is insane. He got an insane reach, and it helps him around the basket with his little soft touch, with his little hook shots, his little sky hook layups. It's really hard to block those shots. But once again, this guy is only 6'11". Mitchell is 7 feet. And he's able to still get up there. His wingspan is insane. Okay, so here's a perfect example of that soft touch Evan Mobley has around the hoop. He gets up there, nice little floater. It's really hard to block, especially with him jumping up there. I don't know how, but at 6'11", just no one could ever reach it. Let's look at it one more time. It's almost like he's about to post up Mitch, and he's agile enough too. Great agility, stays in balance. Nice soft touch around the hoop. He has. Mitch is gonna have a handful with Evan. Now with the battle between Evan Mobley and Mitch, last second you're gonna see Mitch get great positioning. Look at Brunson trying to take advantage of Garland's weak defense. Garland looks like he fouled the shit out of him. But Mitch, last second, gets great position on Mobley. I'm going to take a look at that one more time. Brunson shaking. Look at Mitch. Look at Mitch down here. Last second. Gets great positioning. Right there. Kind of nudges Mobley out the way. And then draws the foul. That's a foul on Mobley right there. And both of these guys, you know, so interesting. Mitch, it took him a couple of years to develop that discipline of not just, you know, falling for fakes and not fouling guys right away. Mobley already has that discipline already, and he's only a few years into the league. Once again, in this series is going to be all about the matchups of the guards. As you're going to see here, Donovan Mitchell, he is one of the weaker points of the Cavs defense. Look how he quickly got faked out right there. Got completely taken off guard right there. See that one more time. Watch Mitchell right about here. Watch Mitchell. He completely got faked out. Like I said, even though Mitchell's a superstar of this team, he is one of the guys to attack on the offensive end for the Knicks, because that defense has always been questionable. And like I said, during this whole series, it's going to be the matchup of the guards. Brunson versus Mitchell, or Brunson versus Garland, or Grimes versus Mitchell, how well Grimes could defend him, or RJ Barrett, how well he could defend Mitchell, or how well he could defend Darius Garland. It's pretty much going to be a huge part of this series. This right here is why Jalen Brunson is perfect for this matchup against Donovan Mitchell. They throw Karis LeVert at him. Right here, Mitchell draws the screen, and through the long arms of Evan Mobley, Brunson just straight up pulls up. Bang. This is why Brunson is a perfect counterpunch to Donovan Mitchell. He could pull up, he could do the step back, he could do catch and shoot, just like Donovan Mitchell. This is gonna be quite the revenge match from last season when it was the Mavericks versus the Jazz. Now it's the Knicks and Cavs with both of these guys once again. Battle of the guards right here, mano y mano. Mitchell and Brunson, just like last year in the playoffs. Tell you, man, Brunson could really neutralize Mitchell. He may not be as effective throughout the course of the series, but he could neutralize Mitchell. He's not going to drop like 50 points every game, but could definitely neutralize Mitchell. And with the bench that we have, it could allow other guys like Quentin Grimes to possibly get 1 or 2 games with 20 points, or it could be Emmanuel Quickly, or it could be Josh Hart. But if we just neutralize one of these guys, either Garland or Mitchell, the fact that the Cavs have not that much scoring off the bench, they could be in trouble. Brunson, once again, showing you it doesn't take that much to get past Mitchell. Mitchell's way more athletic, but defensively, his footwork, yeah, his lateral movement is real questionable right there. Easy money right there. Let's look at that one more time. Look at Mitchell's footwork. Just pay attention to Mitchell's feet. It doesn't really take that much for Brunson to pass him. Look at that. The lateral movement is not that shifty on defense without the ball. But with the ball, it's something else. But without the ball, It's completely different. And you know, it's funny saying that because the Cavs kind of have the same situation with both their guards. Garland is the same exact way. You know, on defense, he does not move well laterally. They have two 6'1", you know, kind of 6'1" guards that defensively without the ball, just they don't move that quick laterally. It's very interesting. Once again, Donovan Mitchell, his lateral movement is very different without the ball. So defensively, he's one of the easy guys to pick at, as it didn't take much right there for Brunson to get right past him and draw the foul. Let's look at that one more time. Yeah, look at Donovan Mitchell's legs. Look at his lateral movement. One little shake, completely thrown off balance, trying to recover. Definitely, he's one of the weaker points on the Cavs defense. Now on this play right here, look how easily Brunson gets past Mitchell. Right around here. Once again, Mitchell without the ball on the defensive end, laterally, he moves a lot different, a lot slower. Look how quickly Brunson gets right past him. Look at Mitchell. Look at Mitchell. He still got his hands up in the air. Great finish by Brunson. But he got past Donovan Mitchell way too easily. Let's look at that one more time. What is Mitchell doing? Yeah, this is way too easily. Now Brunson right here with one move. He gets ample space on Donovan Mitchell. Look at this. One little crossover. Look at all that space. And one little crossover. Cash money. Let's look at that one more time. One little dribble. One crossover move does it all. Right here. Wow. Just that one move gets Mitchell. Gives him ample space. And just like Donovan Mitchell, Brunson, he has a similar skill sets. He can pull up, he can do a step back, he can do catch and shoot threes. That one little move. Let's look at it one more time. Whoa. That's the move right there. That's it. That one little move created all that space. I mean, let's look at Mitchell one more time. Let's just focus on Donovan Mitchell on the play. I just want to see his body. Okay. He's moving laterally to the right. And just that one crossover. Just that one crossover. You see how guys move very different without the ball. And they don't seem as agile. Interesting. So right here, you're about to see why Donovan Mitchell's three-point shooting is so deadly. Step back, pull up, whatever. He is deadly from three. We gotta find a way to force him to give that ball up to someone else, to give that ball up to Caris LeVert, give it to Garland. Just look at that. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be a hell of an assignment for Quentin Grimes. Look at that. He's using his momentum against him. Mitchell with the pullback. Oh. Yeah, from three, he's just deadly. When that shot's falling, this is when Mitchell's game is going to start opening up, because he's going to start attacking the lane after this. Everything is just going to be easy money for him. Yeah, so Donovan Mitchell, when the shot starts falling and he's in his sweet spot, anywhere out here and also out here, his game just opens up a lot better for him. He's going to get other guys open eventually. Look at that deadly three-point shooting. Like I said, him and Brunson almost got the same skill set. They can both pull up, step back, catch and shoot threes. They could do all different type of variations of three-point shooting. But once again, in this game, unlike the second meeting between the Knicks and the Cavs, Mitchell's shot is falling. So when it's falling, he's going to get other guys open when he starts penetrating, because, you know, guys are respecting his three-point shot way too much. So Grimes is going to charge at him. He could pump fake and eventually start zigzagging his way, getting other guys open, making passes, this is how his game end up opening up. But like I said, in the second meeting with the Knicks and the Cavs, his 3-point shot was not falling, and he was looking quite predictable. And Quentin Grimes is going to have a tough time containing Donovan Mitchell. So when that 3-point shooting is on, it's scary from where he could pull up at. Just like Jalen Brunson, they could pull up, do the step back. They could do it all from 3. It's going to be a long series for Grimes. Got a lot of work ahead of him. And what can you do right here? Look at Josh Hart versus Mitchell right here. Look at this shot that Mitchell takes. I mean, good contest by Josh Hart, but what can you do? Fresh off the spin. Sheesh. Once again, Donovan Mitchell, deadly 3-point shooter. Look at this step back on Josh Hart. Good recovery by Hart contesting him, but what can you do? Only contain this. You're gonna have to force one of the other players to start shooting. Either Osman, Dean Wade, Karis LeVert. We gotta force some other guys to shoot. But Donovan Mitchell is deadly from 3. So this play is a perfect example of what happens when Donovan Mitchell's on fire from 3. Grimes does a nice job of hedging this screen right here. He does a nice job of it. But now the Knicks are double team. Look at the attention Mitchell is causing right here. Look at the attention. It's going to open things up. See, unlike the second meeting between the Cavs and Knicks, now Mitchell's shot is falling and now it's starting to open things up for other guys. Let's take a look at it one more time. I like the way Grimes kind of fought through the screen. Grimes this time, I don't know if Brunson is calling screen, but Grimes completely steps forward. He steps to the side right here and takes away that screen completely. Oh, I love that. Yeah, there we go. And then Brunson, looks like they're calling for a double team. This is one of the Cavs 3-point shooters right here, Osman. No, actually, Osman is right here. This is Dean Wade. He's the guy that killed us in that first game where he was 6 of 8 from 3, which I don't think that's gonna happen again. But I guess they were just betting on him to be that shooter right there. But once again, Mitchell, when that 3-point shot is going, this is the type of attention that he is going to command. Right now, he's attacking the hoop and shooting these threes. This is going to be a real tough assignment for the Knicks guards. Now, this Mitchell versus Grimes matchup is going to be sweet. But once again, right here, we're going to see how basically Grimes' momentum is going to be used against him. Is once again, Donovan Mitchell loves going the opposite direction of these screens. This is something that Grimes is going to have to pick up. Look at that. He just switched. Gets right to the rack. Like, that's what Mitchell loves to do, using that momentum against you. Let's look at that one more time. Super slow-mo. You see Mitchell bait him to the right, and he's going to go left. Right there. Oh, Mitchell loves going against that screen. And it creates a lot in transition. I mean, not in transition, but it creates a lot off this penetration. He could hit Karis LeVert or another shooter. It doesn't have to be LeVert in general, but he could hit another of his 3-point shooter. He could hit Osman. He could hit Garland if Garland's open. But as you can see, all the attention is drawn to him. He could have easily tossed it up for alley-oop, depending how badly Mitchell bit. But this is what Mitchell does. Donovan Mitchell, once again, using the momentum against Grimes, splitting that screen. Ooh, nice move. Let's take a look at that one more time. Calls for the pick. He's always going to go against his pick most of the time. Depending, yeah. Once Grimes jumps it, man, I don't know if Grimes has to do like a double jump. Once Grimes jumps it, he's perfect at timing you when you do that. Then he goes the opposite direction. Splits that screen. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what could Grimes had done differently right there. That's actually a good defensive play by Grimes to jump that screen. He jumped it. Maybe it should have been on Brunson to call for the switch. I don't know how they could have avoided that. But you see, here's the problem with Mitchell. He's such a three-point threat. Brunson has to advance. Let's just say Brunson off the screen just kind of fall back a little bit. You have to respect it because Mitchell is technically in his zone. And like I had brought up before, Mitchell could either pull up, he could act like he going in, he do a little step back, shoot a three again. And he's a catch and shoot three-point shooter. He's just the overall threat. Him and Brunson, it's almost like, you know, it's like the Spider-Man meme. These two guys have a lot of the same skill sets. Now right here, we about to see Darius Garland get right back into his tendencies. Right back here. Watch this right here. Now he discovers the mismatch with Brunson. See? once he sees Brunson, he passes the ball up because he already lost his dribble. Now he quickly calls back right for it. And he's going to do what he normally does. He's going to get into the lane. And he's always going to hit you with some sort of hesitation pass. Some sort of head fake. Act like he's going to do something to turn his kind of floater to like a floater pass. I mean, it's always the same thing, but it's really hard to catch with Garland, as we're going to see right here. So it recognizes the mismatch, attacks the lane. There's the fake pass to catch RJ. And then you think it's a floater. It's really floater pass. This guy's really good at this. He has really good vision too, because he's scoping everything on the court. So let's take a look at this one more time. Garland quickly calls back for it. He enters the lane. He already knows he has Caris LeVert here. In a way, RJ should have forced him to get in that way and let Caris LeVert take that three. That's one adjustment we can make right there. Let him take that three. If he makes it, we'll live with it. But it's highly unlikely. He does not like to take this spot up shot. But you know, Garland has great vision. He sees Mobley on the backside, you know, calling for the alley hoop. There it is. But one adjustment on that play we can make is let Caris LeVert take that shot. Now in this play right here, once again, Garland senses the mismatch on Brunson. We all know off the pick what Mr. Garland is going to do. There's always going to be some sort of stop and go movement. Then he's going to accelerate. It's never all in one motion with this guy. Off the pick, he just doesn't attack the hoop. It's going to be a stop and go. He's going to try to fill out the play. Like right here, he would like slow down right off this pick, right around this area. He'll slow down. He'll see if there's like an alley hoop opportunity or if there's some sort of opportunity with Mobley right here. If there's not, he's going to do some stop and go herky jerky shit and get right to the hoop. But we're playing right now small. Obi's right here. Normally this would be Randall, but he's going to take advantage of it. Obi does not really have any shot blocking ability. He's not a big body dude. I'm wondering if a bull like Randall in the paint along with Mitch, if that's going to kind of deter Garland. Look, there's that hesitation move right there. Kind of throw guys off. Mitch is already kind of flat-footed. Mobley isn't open. And Garland's going to attack the hoop. Garland never attacks the hoop off the pick in stride. Never. He never does it all in one motion. It's going to be always some sort of herky-jerky move right there. Some hesitation, some fake pass. It's always going to be that off the pick. Now in this fourth meeting here, because the Knicks had to go small without Randall, it forced the Cavs to also go small as they have, Mobley at the 5. So they got Caris LeVert and Lamar Stevenson on the floor. But remember what I said about Darius Garland is that he could penetrate, but he's not a finisher at the rim. As you're going to see here, even with the Knicks going small, he does not finish well at the rim. As we're going to see, of course, Brunson guarding him. Grimes puts a nice little hand in the way. Good pickup by Grimes here. Couldn't quite get the ball, but he kind of distracted him for a quick second. But once again, Garland, a 91% free throw shooter, does not attack the hoop for a reason. As look, clear layup right here. Bad finisher. You got to continue to force this guy to take these shots, even though the Knicks didn't get the rebound. But once again, I'm pointing out the fact that Darius Garland does not like contact while attacking the hoop, and he does not attack the hoop enough, even though he's a 91% free throw shooter. So this is something during these playoffs we gotta force him to attack that rim and, you know, kind of exploit that little aspect of his game. Okay, so right here you're about to see why Garland does not attack the hoop so much. He's a 91% free throw shooter, does not attack the hoop, does not like contact. He thought he got fouled. He's frustrated. He fouls Brunson. Without that, I'm telling you, man, his habits are really predictable. See, normally right here, he would do some fake stutter step, or he would do like a stop and go. He would change speeds to throw you off, or fake a pass and then try to go and get a floater. But when he just straight up attacks the hoop and he gets contact, which is really going to be interesting to see how the Knicks just neutralize him with a lot of contact, because the refs are going to tuck in their whistles during the playoffs. All these things factored in, like we could neutralize Garland, because it's going to be important, because once again, the Cavs rely on Garland and the combination of Mitchell to at least get 50 points, because this team does not score points like that, especially with their bench. Now here's a really rare play of Darius Garland attacking the hoop and kind of taking a little contact, but he could have bumped RJ, tilt his body a little sideways, and kind of took like sort of like a hook layup. But look, he quickly tries to throw up a quick floater, and he tries to avoid the contact. That's almost like his natural instinct, is to avoid contact, period. That's what I'm saying. It's good if the Knicks throw bodies at Darius Garland, and I'm pretty sure during these playoffs with the refs tucking in their whistles, Darius Garland's gonna have a tough time, especially when he attacks the hoop. Look what he does. Natural instinct. Look at that. RJ is already in the restricted area. He could have just bumped RJ right here. Not have his body positioned straight forward. He could have had his left shoulder. He could have rammed it into RJ and then do a right, kind of like a hook shot with his right arm, like a hook layup. Take more contact, draw the foul, try to get an and one. But look, his natural instinct is to quickly catch and do a floater and try to avoid the contact. Look at him after the contact. Look, he's avoiding it. Look at him. He does not like that contact at all. Let's look at that one more time. Rubio spots him, quickly throws up the floater, tries to avoid the contact. It'll be interesting to see what happens when these refs start tucking in their whistles in the playoffs, and that intensity goes up by like 1,000. All right, this right here is Darius Garland's favorite shot, the catch and shoot three. He's about 40% from this range. That is his money shot right there. He's also a good mid-range shooter, by the way. He's a good mid-range shooter, but for the most part, he does not like attacking the hoop with contact, and that's where we got to try to get him to go. Now right here, you're going to see Darius Garland go one-on-one against Quickly. He's going to take him to the paint, but he does not initiate any contact, and they both weigh about $190. Good Garland. He avoids contact naturally. I mean, it's crazy because he had Quickly right in the sweet spot too. Could have easily drew a foul. Look at that. Quickly is right in that restricted area too. Like, yeah, right underneath that hoop. Could have easily drew a foul, but avoids contact. Look at his momentum. Once again, Darius Garland is a 91% free throw shooter. You would think he would try to draw some contact right there to get to the line more. Okay, so in this play right here, you're going to see Darius Garland get past a little RJ Barrett. And once again, he avoids contact. He got Quentin Grimes completely caught off guard right here. But look at him. He completely avoids the contact. Look where his body's going. His body's still going this way. It's still going this way towards the crowd. He avoids contact at all costs. Good move by Garland, though. But he does not like contact. He does not get to the free throw line at all. Let's look at that one more time. Gets past, zip past RJ. Look at Grimes. Grimes is still not in position. Gets in the lane, but when he jumps, see, when he jumps, he's jumping towards this way anyway. He's jumping away from the hoop, like sort of like this way. But Once again, this guy shoots 91% from the free throw line. Avoids contact at all costs. Okay, so in this play right here, I'm wondering, what was Garland even thinking? He had Hartenstein right in the restricted area. Why not go up for the contact? But he tried to pass it. He tried to pass it even though he had a clear path to the cup to even draw a foul. Let's see it one more time. Right. Yeah, it's clear. Hartenstein's in the restricted area and he tries to pass it. Look where he's at. Just go straight up. Take the contact. Just go straight up. Why make the pass? Once again, Darius Garland, he avoids the contact. 91% free throw shooter, but yet does not go to the line enough. Now Mobley off this block in transition. Darius Garland does not even convert, as quickly pulls the chair right underneath him. I mean, this guy is really bad at drawing contact. Let's look at that one more time with Darius Garland. Could get quickly complete pulls the chair from right underneath him. Yeah, Darius Garland, once again, 91% free throw shooter, and it just does not get to the line enough. I believe he has not yet mastered on the NBA level how to get to the line, how to just draw contact and keep getting to the line. He has yet to master that. Once again, check out Darius Garland one-on-one with Josh Hart, a bigger small forward / guard. Can't quite take that contact. So with the Knicks taking the regular season series 3-1, it doesn't really tell us that much, because for the most part, these teams never face each other healthy, except for the Cavs. They were at full health the third time they met, in which the Knicks still end up winning. But Donovan Mitchell struggled in that game, which was very revealing. When that 3-point shot is not falling, he becomes very predictable. But once again, the reason why the season series don't tell the full story is because post-trade deadline, there is no Kevin Love for the Cavs, and the Knicks have Josh Hart, which is very pivotal because the guard position in this upcoming series, just the matchups alone, is going to prove very pivotal, as the Cavs have two 6'1" guards that they rely heavily on to give them over 50 points just between the two players alone, because their bench does not help them at all with the scoring. And when it comes to the Knicks, it's the exact opposite. We have a lot of depth, and we have guys like quickly Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, other guys that can contribute to the scoring load while the starters rest, Obi Toppin, etc. This is where the Knicks could kind of make up the gap, especially if Donovan Mitchell has one of those games where he goes off and potentially could score 60. The Cavs do have the elite closer in Donovan Mitchell, but the Knicks bench is the counterpunch to that offense. But all the development that Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau put into Grimes, quickly, RJ Barrett, is all pretty much gonna come into fruition in this series. We're gonna see the results of all that hard work, because the Knicks are heavily gonna rely on these guys to kind of step up. It could be quickly one game, it could be Grimes the next game, it could be RJ Barrett with a nice little 17 piece to complement Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. And speaking of Julius Randle, of course, that ankle, we're all wondering how that's going to be like with him coming into the series. But thank God for Adam Silver switching up the league and just adding in this play-in. Kind of gives us an extra week of rest. But also I want to say this about the guard position. For Emmanuel Quickley and Jalen Brunson, they should expect larger forwards and guys who are more physical to be guarding them for the whole series. If the Cavs are able to get Isaac Okoro back into their starting lineup, especially at that small forward position that they're missing, it could help them out with, sticking a man into Brunson, especially in that starting lineup, as they don't have to rely on the horrible shooting of guys like Lamar Stevenson and inconsistent shooting from guys like Dean Wade, Raul Neto, and Ricky Rubio. But once again, one of the things that all these guys have in common is that they will get physical with Brunson and Quickley. And I also forgot to mention Mitchell Robinson within that development also. How is he going to match up down low with Jarrett Allen? And with the upcoming young talent of Evan Mobley, Mitchell Robinson is going to definitely have his hands full. But a lot of the discipline he has worked on over the past few years with the foul trouble, that's all going to come into play here. So my fellow Knicks fans, this is going to be a hell of a matchup. Leon Rose has done a great job of putting the Knicks in prime position to compete, and at the same time having plenty of assets to make sure that this team can actually move up another level. Now, as far as the Cavs, I don't see what assets they have to move around, because it looks like this team just has to develop the young players that they have, and that's pretty much it. But the Knicks still have plenty of flexibility, and without even getting a closer like Donovan Mitchell, the Knicks still find themselves almost mano a mano with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we'll see how this plays out. Until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.